everyone, it's Andrea here. I haven't been able to get back to you guys in quite a while, so let me catch you guys up on what's been going on. I went on maternity leave and I got super busy nesting. I was doing everything around the house that I could think of. Everything that Pinterest said I should do, I did it, or I tried, before my baby was coming. I even had a whole bunch of freezer meal plans and everything. I was going to go grocery shopping and just make all these meals and freeze them so that we'd have them for when baby comes. But then baby came 1 week early, so I didn't get around to doing that. But thankfully, my mom and my husband's mom have been coming over to cook for us, and it's just been amazing. So I wasn't able to update you guys on how my Hypnobabies classes had been going during my maternity leave because of all of the nesting that I was doing. Honestly, I was just running around the house like crazy, getting everything ready. So I apologize for that. I did finish my classes and I did finish practicing all of my tracks. I was doing the practices every day, and I feel like it really helped me during my maternity leave to just relax and prepare myself mentally and emotionally for what was to come. So then, let me tell you about how it actually went during my birthing time. So I mean, it's been a while since I took the classes now. My baby is 3 months and 3 weeks old. And I just haven't been getting that much sleep or anything. So a lot of the terms that I learned during the Hypnobabies classes have totally been forgotten, or they're somewhere very deep in my brain where I can't reach them right now because of sleep deprivation. But let me just tell you about how it went. I'll try to use the correct terms. If I slip up, sorry. So what happened was that my water broke. And it had broken, I think it was around 4 or 5 in the morning. I went to the bathroom and I came back to bed, got a pain, and then went back to the bathroom, came back to bed, and then my water broke in bed. So then I ran back to the bathroom, and that's how it all started. I immediately started listening to my tracks that I was supposed to listen to. I think it was preparing for birth, or it was the one that you're supposed to listen to at the beginning that tells you everything that you need to do throughout your birthing time. So I immediately started listening to that. We called the hospital to let them know that my water broke. So basically what they said is you have to come in right away, go ahead, take a shower, eat breakfast, but come in right after that. So I was not able to actually stay at home and wait for my birthing waves to get stronger at home in my peaceful environment. I ended up having to go in. The reason for that, they say, is because when your water breaks, the baby it's more prone to getting an infection because it's no longer protected by the sac. So you have to go, and it's okay. I was, the one thing that I wanted to go in knowing or feeling is that I was willing to just go with the flow, go with whatever I needed to do to keep my baby and myself safe during the whole process. And so if this meant having to go and do the breathing waves at the hospital and not being at home, that was okay, as long as my baby's okay. So my husband was running around the house. I made a whole bunch of lists for him of things to grab. He grabbed the Hypnobabies workbook that has all of the scripts and all the instructions and step-by-step everything that he needed to know and that I needed to remember. We had already, of course, read everything beforehand, so we knew. It was all packed away in a nice little binder, ready for us to just use it at the hospital. So he grabbed all of those things. He grabbed my birthing ball, he grabbed my peanut ball, he grabbed my little essential, I had a backpack with everything, with my diffuser, with my essential oils, with my massage, my little massage balls that we bought that you warm up in the microwave, and then my little heat pad that my mom made me. I don't know what else. I had everything in there. And he was grabbing all of those things. And he also grabbed my pregnancy pillow, which I had been sleeping with throughout my well, not my whole pregnancy, from like, I think 6 months and onward, I had been sleeping with this. And one of my friends said, hey, you might need it at the hospital, it might make you more comfortable. She was totally and completely right. I recommend it for all of you. If you have one of those long ones that's like a body pillow that you wrap yourself around to help yourself sleep at night with your big belly. If you have that, take it with you and just keep it with you on the hospital bed. It's so much more comfortable than without. And I also took my breast implant so that I could breastfeed. So anyway, while my husband was running around doing all this, I hopped into the shower, continued listening to my tracks, the ones I was supposed to listen to. I don't remember the names of them anymore. I'm sorry. I'm really bad with names of things. Basically what I did, because I couldn't remember the names of what I needed to listen to at the certain times, what I did instead was just set everything up ahead of time. I put every track on my phone. I separated them into categories on my phone. So I had like active labor tracks. I had the pushing tracks. I had the transformation tracks. I believe that's the correct term, transformation. I had, just everything separated into their sections so that when I would start my breathing time, I would just go into my phone, go into the part that I knew I was at, which I'm like when I was in active labor, I went into that and just started listening to the tracks that I had in there. That helped me a lot because I didn't have to remember in the moment, which I was 100% sure I wasn't going to be able to remember. I didn't have to remember in the moment exactly which track, what was it called, and things like that. So I recommend that for all of you too, because when you're pregnant, you do have pregnancy brain, and even, some people just aren't good with names like me, so it helps to think ahead of the time and just, set the categories or the sections for yourself in your phone, or in whatever you're going to be listening to. So I was just in the shower, I was listening to the right tracks that I was supposed to listen to at the time, I was relaxing, I was praying, and just preparing myself emotionally for what was going to happen. At the moment, I was not feeling any waves yet. I didn't know. Apparently, I was having breathing waves already, but I felt nothing. And I was just letting everything happen as it should, letting my body do what it needed to do, and just staying calm for my baby and for me. So I took a nice shower. My husband actually went down and made me some sunny side eggs, which I had not been allowed to eat throughout my whole pregnancy because we were told no eating, eggs that are not fully cooked, which really sucked for me because I love eggs. I don't know if it's because I'm Ecuadorian or what. People over there love eggs, but I love eggs, and I have to eat them every day, and I love sunny side eggs. Sunny side up eggs, and also the eggs that are soft boiled eggs. I love those too. All of which I couldn't have throughout my whole pregnancy, and I was so bummed about that. So my husband went and made me some sunny side up eggs, and he made me some cereal too. So I had a nice breakfast after my shower, and that was it. I mean, my husband had taken care of everything. Thankfully, the lists that I had written out for him of everything he needed to pack up were all set ahead of time. I am so overly prepared, I think, but it helped because I recommend it because once your water breaks or once you actually start your breathing waves, you kind of forget everything else and are just fully concentrated on what's happening to you in the moment and what you're going to have to do soon at the hospital or wherever you're giving birth. So, yeah, I just recommend writing lists of everything that you need to pack up before you go. So, it helped my husband a lot. And it helped me because I didn't have to bark around yelling orders at him of what to grab, what not to grab, where the things are, etc. So, yeah, it worked out. Let's see, so we hopped into the car. On the way there, I had my headphones on that my husband had purchased for me. They're Bluetooth headphones, so I didn't have to be hooked up to any wires, and I could listen to my tracks just fine on the hospital bed. So I'm thankful that he thought of that ahead of time and got them for me. I think he got them for me for Christmas. So yeah, that was really helpful, by the way. That's another tip. Definitely invest in some Bluetooth headphones. And make sure to have them fully charged every single day at every moment of the day, because you never know when you're going to start, when it's your time. So I had those on in the car. I was listening to my tracks, and we were on our way. No traffic. We got there really fast. Everything went really smoothly. We got there, let's see, and then they accepted me into the triage room, I think it's called. It's where basically they just check me out, hook me up to some wires, see how the birthing waves are, if they're strong, if they're even happening, what's going on. They also checked my, so I don't know if this is too much TMI, but when your water breaks, the water continues to come out the whole time that you're giving birth. It doesn't stop. So I had to wear pretty thick pads and continue to change them like every 30 minutes or something, because it was that bad. And I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, all the water is coming out. What about my baby? And so I was just drinking my water like crazy, because I wanted to make sure to put back the water that I was losing so that my baby would be okay and have, a nice little fluid to be in there with him until he could come out. So I don't know if that's actually something that you're supposed to do or not. I just felt like I needed to do that. They actually checked out one of my pads. They needed to do a test to see if it really was my water that had broken, because I guess it could be the case where it's not water, or maybe you're just peeing yourself, or it's not the amniotic fluid that's coming out. I don't know, but they wanted to confirm it, and it was confirmed my water had broken. So then they started monitoring my birthing waves, as I said, and they noticed that I was in fact having them, and they looked at me and they're like, do you not feel them? And I said, no, I don't feel anything. And they're like, okay. By the way, I was using my center switch and my off switch? I believe it was called the off switch. I'm sorry if it's not. I was using those to keep myself in my hypnosis state and just relax and do what I learned in the Hypnobabies classes. So it helped. I believe it helped so much. So yeah, they said, well, your contractions aren't that strong yet, and we're just going to keep monitoring you to see if they get stronger, because that's basically what gets your body to start the dilation to happen. That's how it happens with the birthing waves. So also, I'm sorry if I accidentally slip up and say contraction here and there, because as I said, I haven't taken the class in a while now. It's been quite a few months, and everyone calls them contractions around me, and it's just a habit to call it contractions instead of birthing waves. But I know what the Hypnobabies term is. So she said they're not that strong. We're going to keep monitoring you. If they don't get stronger soon, we may have to intervene and help your body to dilate faster or to have stronger birthing waves, so that you can get going. And she said the reason for that is because my water had broken, and again, the longer that you stay with your water broken, the more chances for complications to happen with your baby, because he doesn't have the fluid around him and the protection of the sac there. Any infection could enter in, and he could get sick, or I don't know what else can happen. But basically, it's just not safe to be in the state of having your water broken for too many hours because of the baby. I listened to what they were telling me, and I was a little bit discouraged, because I was like, man, I really didn't want to be rushed. I don't want to be pushed into using any type of intervention. I wanted everything to be natural. I mean, my intentions were to go as long as possible without an epidural. I did plan for sure 100% I was going to get an epidural no matter what. That was a part of my birthing plan, which I shared with them. But my plan was just, the less interventions, less monitoring, just let my body do what it needs to do, the better for me. That's what I wanted. And so I was a little discouraged, disappointed that this is, that they were telling me that the longer I go without my birthing waves being stronger, the more chance of intervention. And I was like, darn, is there anything that you guys can allow me to do that doesn't involve interventions that could help me? Like, can I walk around a little bit? Can I go on my birthing ball? Can I try some of the positions that will help? And at first, my midwife said no, but basically they really want to speed things along. They were suggesting that I take Pitocin. So I told them, please, is there any way at all? Thankfully, I got assigned a nurse that I'm so glad that I was assigned her. Just checking on my baby. She's crying. This nurse really helped me out a lot. She convinced my midwife to let me try walking around and just waiting it out a little bit longer. And we did. I don't know for how long, but I'm pretty sure it was quite a few hours that we waited. Then they decided to check on me again. I had not dilated very much at all, maybe like 1 centimeter at most. And they asked me if I wanted to put in a balloon. I'm not sure of the technical name of it, but essentially what it is a balloon into the cervix, which expands it, or it helps it to start expanding. And I think it goes up to 4 centimeters expanded, or dilated. So it pushes it to do that. I went ahead and said, yeah, sure, let's do this. It had been so long already, and I guess I caved into the pressures of them telling me that the longer we wait, the more of a risk there is to my son. So I figured it can't be that big of a deal to do this balloon. So we went ahead and did it. They had to put it into my cervix. I went into the off switch when that happened. It helped. But I do have to say that I expected not to feel much pain at all due to Hypnobabies. I still felt pain. I don't mean to discourage anybody out there who's going to be doing Hypnobabies. For some women, it seems like really they don't feel anything at all. Maybe I didn't practice enough, which I do have to say I probably didn't practice as much as I should before. But I did feel some pain. Turning into the center switch or an off switch really did help me with the birthing waves, because it was just, I felt at peace. Even though I was in the wave, I just imagined myself being hugged, a big, strong hug, and I just let my body do its thing. I did not tighten up. I made sure to breathe through everything and just relax, and it totally helped. 100%, I have to say that helped. I mean, my mom told me that when she was going through her birth without any medication, she was pretty much like screaming and just wringing in pain the whole time. I did not scream. I didn't do any of that. I was very quiet and peaceful. People thought that I wasn't as far along as I actually was. I'll talk about that more later. Because they just didn't see me in that much pain. But I do have to admit that I did feel the pain. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and say, no, I didn't feel anything. I was just in hypnosis and just floating around. No. I felt pain, but I think what Hypnobabies did for me is it helped me to tolerate the pain a lot more. I mean, it helped me to just relax my body so that I wasn't fighting against what my body was trying to do. And I think that really helped. Maybe it did minimize the pain from what it actually is. I don't know, because I've never done it without Hypnobabies before, so I don't know. But, so long story short, what ended up happening is the balloon did help. I went and dilated to about 4 centimeters. Then we waited another couple hours, still no more progress. So they suggested doing Pitocin, which I did. I did end up getting Pitocin. And then they also suggested I take a sleeping pill, which will help alleviate the pain, they said, supposedly, and help me sleep. Because they thought that I was still going to have a whole nother day of this to go. So basically, I did those two things. I completely regret doing the sleeping pill. It just made me nauseous and unaware of what I was doing. I felt really drowsy. And I just, because of the sleeping pill, I think I forgot to continue listening to my tracks from that point onward. And things just spiraled out of control. So what happened is I took the Pitocin, I took the sleeping pill, I fell asleep, woke up about 30 minutes to an hour later in really strong pain. I don't want to scare anyone out there, but it was very strong. I was also shivering. They had let me eat dinner before my nap, by the way, because they really were certain I was not that far along. They were certain I still had a whole another 12 hours or whatever of this. So they let me eat. And I ate. I ate a hamburger, I ate French fries, I ate chocolate milk, and just, I just was so hungry because it had been so many hours. Anyway, when I woke up from my nap, shivering, I threw up all over the place. I didn't at the time realize that I was in the transformation stage. I thought it was just another part of the next level of the breathing waves. Since I hadn't felt much earlier at all, I thought, oh, this must be the real thing now, because they said, yep, your waves are coming on strong. The Pitocin worked. They were coming on about every minute, and they were really strong, let me tell you. So I was still going into my off switch and staying at my center switch after the breathing waves had passed, but they were still very strong, and it was very painful. I felt really dizzy because of the sleeping pill, and I was just, the nurse was telling me there's no way that you could be anywhere near 10 centimeters still, so just to let you know. And I believed her. I shouldn't have, because I should have seen the signs that I was shivering, I was in transformation. Then I went to the bathroom, and my breathing wave turned into a breathing wave and push. My body started pushing on its own. And I thought that was weird. I completely forgot that that's actually what happens when you're nearing the end, when you're entering the pushing stage. And I told them, I'm pushing, and they saw me pushing. Obviously, it was uncontrollable pushing. It was very raw, very, I don't even know how to say it, primitive. Like, it was just my body doing what it needed to do. And it was beautiful, I think. Of course, I think my husband was pretty scared of watching me, because I was making some crazy grunting noises during the pushing. And then at that point, since they told me I still wasn't that far along, they didn't see that I was actually almost near the end. I asked for the epidural. I said, please just give it to me quickly. I think it took a while for it to get there. I don't know how long. Everything was kind of blurry at that point. And when they finally did give it to me, they finally checked how dilated I was, and they saw that I was 10 centimeters and already ready, like completely ready to push. So they went ahead and brought the people in who needed to come in. They suited up. They got all the materials, all the tools, and told me to start pushing within minutes from after getting my epidural. I didn't even have to keep the catheter in that long. So I started pushing, pushed for 30 minutes, and my baby was out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful baby, and it was a wonderful experience. Even though towards the end it did get really painful, and the Hypnobabies did not work for me at that point that well, because I think I really just should have not given in to the suggestion of taking the sleeping pill. I'm sorry, I do have to make this a little short because my baby is waiting for me and he's getting fussy. I'm not paying attention to him. Sorry it took me so long to tape this. Life with baby has taken me just by surprise completely. I didn't know that it was going to be like this. I didn't know how much work it would actually take. I thought I'd be able to post this video a long time ago, so I apologize, and I just wanted to give you guys my update on how it went with Hypnobabies. I suggest it, I recommend it to everyone. I think it did help me throughout more, maybe like 80% of everything. Towards the end, I feel like it was more so my fault that it didn't continue helping me. I had forgotten to do many of the things that was suggested to do in the Hypnobabies classes because I was so drowsy, I was so nauseous, I was so out of it, and I was so discouraged. I didn't use my bubble of peace. I didn't go to my safe, happy place. I mean, so many things that I could have done. And unfortunately, I guess I should have told my husband to remind me of these places, of these things that I could do, and we didn't read the scripts. Like, there was just so much. So I'm sure if we would have done more of those things, it would have helped me drastically during the last part. But in the end, everything turned out great. Everything was just fine. Me and my baby were safe. We had a natural birth with the epidural towards the end, just for the last 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and it was just beautiful. So I definitely recommend Hypnobabies. I'm not getting paid to say this. I think it helped me a lot, and I'm just so glad that I did it, and I will do it again for any other births that I go through. All right, thanks guys. Better get to my baby. Bye.